It's time to get moving and grooving. And this morning's lesson ties in nicely with a music class that we did recently when we made our homemade drums. Remember now, we learned to keep the beat and to stay in the groove. Well, this morning, we're going to use a very famous piece of drumming. This groove is part of musical history, particularly popular musical history. The sample of the drums that we're going to use this morning is called the Funky Drummer. Just have a listen for a second to the Funky Drummer. Yeah, you feeling it? Now, this is officially the most sampled bit of music in history. Now, what do I mean by sampled? What I mean is that hip-hop producers since the 1980s have been grabbing snippets of drums, or what is known as a drum break, and then they've been using it in their own tunes, okay? Now, the Funky Drummer was played for James Brown. It was his drummer that played it, okay? And if you listen to James Brown, you can even hear him in the sample. Have a listen. Ain't it funky? He's saying, ain't it funky? He's asking him the question, ain't it funky? He's probably asking his own drummer. He's like, hey, whoa, ain't it funky? So, this is our drum break. And in the music, when we're going to be getting busy to our drum break and we start moving, we're going to be doing some break dancing in today's class, okay? Now, in the summer of the late 1980s, in parts of New York City, like the Bronx, there would be huge street parties or street jams. And there would be very early hip-hop music. I mean, we all know hip-hop music today, but it was only in the 80s when hip-hop music started. So there would be hip-hop music, there would be hip-hop DJs, there would be rappers, and there would be breakdancing. And of course, we know from our music classes, and music and beats and dancing travels across time and across the world, so we can travel back to the 80s. Here we are celebrating hip-hop, breakbeats and breakdancing today, just like they did in 1989, okay? Now, I'm going to begin. I'm going to begin with something called the Indian step, okay? Now, this step is teaching us a rhythmic dance move, okay? Remember now, our rhythmic dance move is going to keep us in the groove and to the beat, okay? And something to remember when we're breakdancing. First of all, I'm a beginner, okay? Now, many of you are going to be beginners today as well in breakdancing, okay? And I'm sure that there are many of you out there who are far better than me at this, okay? So please bear with me. Another thing that I will say, that when we're beginners, all we have to do is have fun. Feel the joy of the music and the beat, okay? And you know what they say about dancing? You gotta dance like no one is watching. And I find that dancing is such a release during lockdown. And the final thing I will say is that breakdancing, just like rapping and DJing, a lot of it had to do with battle and competitions, okay? So dancers who were called B-boys or B-girls or just breakers, they were full of attitude, okay? So that means, what does it mean to have attitude, okay? When we're dancing, it means we're going to have strong presence, I'll say a strong mental presence, okay? They had great determination. And we use our drama skills to bring through that attitude into our bodies, strong arms, chin up, shoulders back, ready to take on the world, okay? So, all of you out there, I want to see your swagger, I want to see your personality, okay? Let's start off with some Indian steps, okay? Now, all you got to do is go with your right foot. We're going to reach across and step out here, okay? Just step out and then back, okay? Step across and step back. And then you do the other with the other foot, okay? So that's stepping across and back, okay? Also at the same time that we're stepping across, we're going to do something with our arms, okay? So when we're back here, our arms are up like this, and when we step out, our arms go out. Remember now, we're full of attitude. We're saying to that person who's looking at us, who we're battling, we're saying, yeah, that's right. I'm here and I'm here to breakdance. Okay? So let's get a few steps going in a row. Okay? This is our Indian step. So, yes. Yeah. That's it. And we listen to the sound of the Funky Drummer while we're doing it. That's our Indian step, our first step in breakdancing. The next one I'm going to do is called the kick out. Okay? The kick out. This one, we're going to be twisting our upper body, okay? Twisting, and we're going to kick out like this, okay? So, to the beat, let's listen to the Funky Drummer. All right, now remember, our arms are full of attitude, strength, and we're showing off, okay? We're showing off. Lots of personality, lots of swag. We're gonna go like this. So I go 1, 2, 3, and then we do the same on the other side, okay? Get those arms going, plenty of attitude, okay? All right. It's like you're showing off the sole of your foot, okay? And the reason we can get all the way around is because we twist our upper body. Okay, so that's our next step. That's our kick out. Our next one is the drop. So the drop. Our right hand goes back and we drop onto it. Okay? Now, we're going to bring our left hand up and we're going to be like, we're going to protect ourselves like that. Okay? Now, let's try that again. Just a drop. Drop onto it and left hand comes up. Okay? Now, this dance is teaching us an unusual move and a kind of a body position that we're not really used to. So when you can drop into it, it's great, okay? So a drop, okay? And left hand comes up. Up straight again, let's do it again. And we're gonna drop onto our right hand. Drop. All right, and up again. And that ability to get up again, that's because you gotta keep it moving, gotta keep it fluid, okay? Now, what I want you to do is I want everyone to drop. Okay, we'll drop, and we're gonna do what's called a C kick. Okay, so one foot goes out, bring your knees together,